Like no matter how hard you try, everything still falls apart. Your plans fail, people disappoint you, and your situation feels stuck, almost like you're walking through mud and can't move forward. But what if I told you something surprising? Peace and happiness don't come from what happens around you. They come from what happens inside your mind. Today, I want to share with you a simple but powerful story about a woman who discovered the quiet strength of positive thinking and changed not only her own life, but the lives of everyone around her. Once, in a peaceful village surrounded by green fields and tall trees, lived an old woman named Amma Bano. Her hair was white as snow, her skin soft and wrinkled like a well-loved book. But her eyes were full of kindness and a brightness that made people feel safe. Everyone in the village adored her. Why? Because no matter what life threw at her, she always smiled. She lived alone in a tiny mud house under a giant banyan tree. Her husband had passed away long ago, and she had no children. But she never complained. Every morning she swept the front of her house, watered her plants, and sat under the banyan tree with a small cup of tea. Villagers often stopped by just to talk to her. And somehow, no matter how heavy their hearts were when they arrived, they always left feeling lighter, calmer, more hopeful. Life in that village wasn't easy. Some years the rain never came. Some seasons people lost their crops, their jobs, even their health. The air was often heavy with worry. One afternoon, a young woman named Miam came to visit Amma. Her eyes were swollen from crying, her clothes were dusty, and her hands trembled as she spoke. "Amma, I don't know what to do anymore," she whispered. "My husband went to the city to find work months ago, but he hasn't sent any money back. My children cry from hunger, and I'm scared I can't keep going." Amma listened quietly, really listened, before asking, "My child, what do you believe will happen?" Miam shook her head, tears falling again. "I keep imagining the worst. Maybe he didn't find work. Maybe he abandoned us. I can't stop these thoughts." Amma smiled softly. "You know, my dear, when we fill our minds with bad thoughts, we hurt ourselves even more. But when we fill our minds with good thoughts, we find strength. And sometimes, when we stay hopeful, good things find their way to us." Miam frowned. "But Amma, how can I think good thoughts when everything around me feels bad?" Amma leaned closer. "Let me tell you something. There was once a poor man who had lost everything, his family, his money, his home. He sat by a river and cried. An old woman walked by and asked, 'Why are you crying, my son?' The man said, 'Because I have nothing left.' The woman smiled gently and said, 'Look around you. You still have the river that sings to you. You still have trees that give you shade. You still have the sky that gives you light. You still have your breath, your hands, your heart. You are alive, my son, and that means you still have something to be grateful for.' The man looked around, and for the first time, he noticed the soft wind, the sunlight warming his skin, the sound of water moving gently. His tears stopped. And from that day, he started thanking life for small things. Not because everything became perfect, but because he learned to value what was already good." Amma looked into Miam's eyes. "My dear, the man's life didn't change through magic. It changed because his thoughts changed. When your thoughts become lighter, life becomes easier to walk through." Miam wiped her tears. "Do you really believe good thoughts can change my life?" Amma smiled warmly. "Yes, my child. If every morning you wake up and tell yourself, 'Today will be a good day,' your heart will find courage. But if you start your day expecting the worst, your fear will steal your strength before the day even begins." Something inside Miam shifted. "I'll try, Amma. I'll try to think better thoughts." "That's all you need to start," Amma said. "When you change your thinking, you change your world." From that day on, Miam whispered every morning, Today will be a good day. She cooked for her children with love instead of fear. She worked with faith instead of panic. Even on difficult days, she reminded herself of Amma's words. Weeks passed, and then one morning, as she returned from the market, she found a letter. Her husband had finally found a job, and he was sending money home. Miam's heart exploded with joy. She ran straight to Amma's house. "Amma, you were right. Things are getting better." Amma smiled, eyes shining. "You see, my dear, when you think positive, you open the door for good things to enter." Word of Amma's wisdom spread. Soon people came from other villages just to speak with her. No matter what problem they brought, money, sickness, heartbreak, she always said the same thing. Think good thoughts, and good will come. Little by little, the entire village changed. People smiled more, worked with faith, not fear, helped each other with open hearts. Even on tough days, they remembered Amma's simple truth. If you think light, you live light. Amma Bano became the heart of the village, a living reminder that peace doesn't come from having a perfect life. Peace comes from having a peaceful mind. Life gives you what you believe in, and when you choose hope over fear, gratitude over worry, and peace over anger, your whole world begins to bloom again. If this story hit you hard, don't scroll away. Subscribe and tap the next video, because the next lesson, it might change the way you see your entire life. Go, don't miss it.